wants to know why it's hard to maintain a lucid dream. In the past, they found that when they get excited or nervous about it and have trouble guiding their focus, they wind up waking up within a minute or two and
Yes.
becoming lucid.
Yes, well, again, anything that is outside the vibration, the pure vibration of staying in that state, is going to bring you back to physical reality focus. And again, the idea is you do have a physical life to lead, you do have a physical life to live, and therefore you're not necessarily going to stay in the lucid dream state that long because you made an agreement and chose a theme where you need to focus in physical reality dream. And the more you become lucid in physical reality, again, the easier it will be to become lucid in the dream state as well. So the primary purpose of having a physical life is to know yourself, to be yourself, and to become more conscious and more aware and more lucid in the physical dream. Then that can leak into the dream on the other side, and vice versa. But remember that in the dream state, often many people are setting up in the physical world what it is they choose and need to experience, and therefore they're focused on that as being, at the moment at least, more important than becoming lucid in the way that you're talking about it in the dream state.
It seems like during lucidity, we have more abilities, like some people can fly. Some people notice that there's almost an etheric glow to the environment that they're in.
Well, that's because they're in an etheric reality. And as we said, glows and lights and colors are different there.
Okay. So is lucid dreaming an important step in being able to experience physical reality as more of a dream and also of connecting with other dimensions and things like that?
It can be, but it depends upon the theme that was chosen by the person. It's not necessarily more important.
So it's a permission slip that if you feel attracted to it, that would be something to delve into more closely
Yes, it's not
and
everyone's
understand
path.
it.
Yes, it's not everyone's path.
Just for our audience, there is a session on lucid dreaming that you did a number of years ago, and if you check with the chat, they can give you more information.
That can help if it works for some people, yes. But again, it depends on the path the person has chosen. It's in some ways more important to become more lucid in the physical dream.
So when we are more lucid in the physical dream, does it start to look more like a lucid dream?
Yes. And that's
And
when you can also be more lucid in the dream state because you have broken down the barriers that you have in your mind about what physical reality is. And the idea of the physical dream and the non-physical dream start to blend together. You lose a sense of difference and separation, at least to a degree that allows you to become lucid throughout the entire spectrum of your consciousness, both physical and non-physical. So becoming more lucid in physical reality and seeing physical reality as a dream and experiencing the malleability of space and time in physical terms can actually give you more experience in the lucid spectrum between physical and non-physical reality. It can cause less of a perspective of separation.
so compartmentalization is also an aspect of lucid dreaming, like the less you have to compartmentalize because it hasn't been dealt with, fearful, negative belief, things like that, the more challenging it would be to lucid dream or some version of that. And it's reflected in physical reality also, that
Yes.
you perceive more and you feel more like you're in a lucid dream when you have broken down the compartmentalization. Is that
In general, for most, yes. There is going to always be exceptions to any idea you may propose because different people will do things in very different ways. But in general, yes, that's true.
and does time actually have a difference? For example, that individual was saying, oh, it happens so fast and then I'm out of it. Is it possible that they're actually in the lucid dream for a really long time and you just don't know it?
Yes, relatively speaking, time is very different in the higher states. It's not what you experience in physical reality.
And
What may seem to be 5 minutes in physical reality could actually be experienced as 5 years in the non-physical state.
And in lucid dreaming, is that a way that you can connect with hybrid children and other beings in other
I think you know
dimensions?
the answer to that is yes.
Yes, I guess so. Just confirming.
All right.
Okay, now prophetic dreams are also a big question. Some people have prophetic dreams that happen years ago, and then they see it coming to fruition now.
Yes.
Other times, one person expressed a concern that the things that they were shown in this prophetic dream are actually connections they're making to other realities of other people that are having those experiences. And what would be the purpose of being shown something that's happening to somebody else like that?
Well, one purpose would be your reality contains the probability of what's happening in this other parallel reality, but you get to decide whether or not to keep the energy going in that direction or to change it and not necessarily let that play out in your physical parallel world. Wouldn't that be of benefit to many people to examine what's going on in other parallel realities so that they can pick and choose what it is they prefer to experience in their own?
So, in essence, most of us are going through the theme here of transmuting darkness into light.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So, any dream or lucid dream or prophetic dream that you have can be brought more to earth, I guess, in the sense of recognizing it's about transmuting darkness into light. Is that?
It's a simple way of looking at it, but it can work that way. And again, always remember that it's not about a prediction of the future, it's about a sensing of the energy that exists right now, and therefore being given an indication of where that energy might lead and how it might manifest if it doesn't change. So again, you get to decide whether to keep the energy going in that direction or to change it.
So, if they see a prophetic catastrophe in some way and they're feeling very fearful about what they've seen, what would be the way to process through something like that?
Well, first of all, not be fearful. Understand you're being shown a probable reality, not an inevitable reality, unless you're also sensing that there is so much momentum and energy behind it that it's unlikely to change. Nevertheless, it doesn't serve anyone for you to have a fear reaction of those things. The idea is that there still can be positive actions taken to either mitigate it to some degree, to let people know what the probabilities are, and maybe with the collective energy of more people knowing, then they can maybe steer it in a different direction. Or again, to simply prepare yourself to deal with the idea that it's going to manifest, and therefore allow yourself to be of service and be of assistance to those who may go through it in a negative way, and therefore be of service to them to bring them out of it in a more positive ending or conclusion.
So it's almost like you can prepare for that particular disaster, I suppose. And then at the same time, that also teaches you how to maintain being at the center of the cyclone in a sense,
Yes.
the eye of the hurricane, so that you maintain your balance and your neutral posture while at the same time recognizing that this may be a reality that's going to manifest.
Yes, because many people may have believed that they required that idea. And if it's not something you necessarily need to experience directly, then you can be something that's a stable influencing to help them recover from such experiences in a helpful way, in a positive way.
So, these questions have to do with waking up from a dream and coming back to the physical body. There's a transitory experience that we'd like you to explore, and also why it can sometimes take time to feel resynchronized with and grounded in the body and the personality.
Yes.
So, I guess they're asking you to explore what is this transitionary process of going from sleep into wakefulness?
Well, again, different people will experience it in different ways, depending on their relationship to the idea of the transition from spirit to physical reality experience. Of course, many people who experience the idea of spirit or astral realms and out-of-body experiences, get very used to it very quickly because that's your natural state. You remember who you are. You feel more expanded. You feel more loved. You feel more supported. So many people will have a little bit of resistance or a little bit of sluggishness, lowering their vibration again to reclaim the idea of the physical dream, to re-experience physical reality. And therefore it can require a little bit of time because there might be a little reluctance to give up the freedom and the expansion that you experienced in the non-physical realm. It's not unusual, but again, most people are willing to play out the theme that they chose, even if it is a little bit slow or sluggish to reconnect to that idea, even if there's a little bit of resistance or reluctance to do so. And that can be the reason for the slower transitions, whereas some people, depending on what they experience in the non-physical realm, might jump right back in, might snap right back in because they're so eager to continue with whatever it is they played out or planned out in the non-physical realm. It depends.
So it could also reflect the idea that if physical reality is very challenging right now, the idea of waking up into it may have resistance to that.
Yes, you experience a lot of this or hear a lot of this with what you call near-death experiences, where the person is out of the body, so to speak, for an extended period of time and gets used to the idea of being an expanded spirit and remembers who they are and how it feels and so on and so forth. And then you find that sometimes when they are resuscitated, brought back into the physical realm, a lot of them can actually experience anger for the moment at being so restricted again. But again, they usually bring with them the knowledge of an experience that will benefit them in life, and they will usually apply that and get over the anger relatively quickly.
I have heard of people who get quite depressed after that and go through a lengthy process of being depressed.
Yes, but again, the idea is that they may not simply be made to understand that they were given a gift that they can bring back and apply to the physical world, and they may simply be dwelling on the idea that, oh, I'm back here again, and now I have to go through this and do that. So their focus is important in terms of allowing themselves to know that more often than not, when you visit, again, the spirit realm, which is your natural home, your natural state, if you do return to the physical realm, there is a purpose to that. And if you focus on the idea that you've been given some information that can actually be of great benefit and service to your world, then it won't necessarily be experienced as depression. And now, we can allow for the experience of a meditation that deals with what happens when you sleep. If you allow yourselves now in this particular meditation to become relaxed, to let go of the cares of the day, allow your body to relax, but at the same time, realize that this is something you can do more effectively when you are actually going to sleep. So when you are lying in your bed, even as you may participate now, but when you are lying in your bed, going to sleep, when it is time to rest, allow yourself to simply know that there are many things that are happening on the upper levels, the astral level, the spirit level, the extraterrestrial experiences. As your body lets go of the day, as you relax, as your mind turns from outward to inward, as your mind begins to process whatever it may need to process from the experiences of the day, just allow yourself to go with it. Let yourself know that your body will take care of itself. It will heal itself. It will rejuvenate itself. It will replenish itself and re-energize itself, recharging its batteries for the next projection of the physical reality dream that is required for you to experience. But know that as you drift off, you will also allow your higher mind to be more open to allowing, with the physical mind, experiences of lucid realities, lucid dreamings, to be more consciously aware of what is going on these other levels, to be open to those ideas, to experience the vibration of the template level reality, the blueprint reality, to experience the vibration of the astral realities on all levels, to experience the vibration and frequencies of the higher spirit realm, to experience the vibration and frequencies of extraterrestrial and extra-dimensional connection, to experience the vibration and frequencies of any activities you may undertake with respect to the idea of assisting others in crossing over, in practicing to become a spirit guide, in listening to seminars and lectures that are being taught by higher level spiritual consciousnesses that you may be participating in, to become more aware of the vibrational paths of probabilities that you can undertake that are beyond the plane of Earth's experiences, to allow yourself to be more open to all of these things, and to recall them in the symbols of the Earth that are necessary to represent these experiences in a more conscious way when you wake up the next day. To allow yourself to be open to the shifting of cycles on your planet that allow for the crossing over into different dimensional experiences, for the veils and barriers that may have existed energetically between different realities to get thinner, to dissolve, to become more transparent to you. To allow yourself to go with the flow and cycles as they naturally occur, whether at 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., or to allow yourself to also rest and re-energize from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. in your particular time zones. There are always exceptions, but allow yourself to go with the natural cycles of your biology, the natural cycles of your astral form, the natural cycles of your higher mind, the natural cycles of your soul level, the natural cycles of higher spiritual experiences, the natural cycles of the agreements you have made to participate in the evolution of the Earth becoming the sixth hybrid race. All of these have their own natural cycles that synchronicity is the organizing principle can bring into play in perfect harmony, in perfect resonance, in perfect timing. Allow yourself to know that all of this happens automatically and effortlessly as you drift off to sleep. Allow yourself to simply be open to all of this, allowing it to happen as it needs to, for what it needs to bring you, in perfect timing, in perfect synchronization, in perfect orchestration. Allow yourself to drift off to sleep knowing all of this will happen automatically, effortlessly, beautifully, harmoniously, artistically, creatively, imaginatively, in ways that will serve not only you but all concerned through all the connections you may have been creating throughout your life, now and forevermore, in whatever ways they need to dynamically change to serve you in the moment of who you are and open you up to new doorways, new portals, new expressions, new receiving, new acceptance of yourself. Allow yourself to open up as you drift off to sleep and know that all the things that are necessary for you will come to you. All the things you need to be fulfilled are here and now with you. They will make themselves manifest and apparent exactly in perfect timing, for your life is a perfect orchestration. And as you drift off to sleep, allow yourself to equate the idea of surrender, not to the idea of losing control, but surrendering to the control that's automatically already built in to the synchronicity that guides your life. Allow yourself to go with your flow, knowing that your flow knows exactly where you need to go. Allow yourself to drift and dream upon the currents of creation. For you are supported, you are nurtured, you are loved unconditionally. Practice this as you go to sleep, each night, with each nap during the day, any time that you need re-energizing, any time you need to charge your batteries. And remember, physical reality is your projection, but it is an illusion of consciousness that you can use to your benefit in a variety of ways. but it is not permanent in its experience. It is temporary in its experience, even though, as all things, it is, as a principle, as an idea, as a concept, and as an experience capable of being tapped into, always available to you, no matter when, no matter where, no matter how, no matter who you choose to be. Always available to you to learn whatever it is you wish to learn, whatever it is you wish to experience. All pertinent and relevant information accessible here and now for you in any form that works for you, that you so desire, as a permission slip. All here, all now. Allow yourself to drift and dream, knowing everything is in perfect timing, in its perfect place, in perfect relation to everything else, all interconnected, all acting as one, even as it acts as all individuals within existence. Infinity in the one as infinity. Go to sleep knowing you are supported, nurtured, and unconditionally loved, and in service to all, of which you are a part. We will reinforce this idea with another meditation, another exercise, another technique at some time in the near future. But for now, allow yourself to know that what happens when you sleep can only increase not only the sweet dreams that you may recall when you awake, but also allow your physical dream to become sweeter still. Our unconditional love to you all. Sweet dreams to you, and welcome home. Aveo, Aveo, Aveo. We thank you for your service. We thank you for your participation. And we bid you